Hello everybody. Today we have got the ultimate mail day this year. I told you a story about me not being able to keep track of the inventory that I had in the previous mail day video, and I actually told you that I thought that I had some of the cards such as Metamorphosis from Arabian Nights, or Giant Tortoise, or Blazing Effigy, and so on and so forth. Or for some cards I thought that I had a playset, while in reality I did not. So I ordered a huge portion of such cards from Card Kingdom. I did have some store credit with them as well. And then I realized that I could not actually complete my collection still, because the lands from Fallen Empires were missing. The charge lands with charge counters, and also the sack lands, which come into play tapped, can be tapped for 1 colored mana, or sacked and tapped for 2 mana of that color. So really unpleasant. So I had to go ahead and place one more order with ABU Games this time, because they actually did have these cards in stock. And along the way I actually bought some very important cards, so let me show you what I have. Here is this card. This is Serendib Efreets. To actually start with it, I am sorry, I thought that the Efreets were actually in the sleeve, but they aren't. It's not the Efreet that is in the sleeve, which is really interesting if you look at the value of those cards. Anyway, so 4 in black bordered. This one is in German. They're absolutely beautiful. This is the best, the second best, I mean, of course, you can get after the Arabian Nights regional. And I didn't really play this card much, and now I understand why, because I didn't have the proper art Serendib Efreets. I only had one copy, which is the white bordered Italian copy. And while the revised misprint, so to say, is nice, still, of course, nothing beats this. So now we have got a proper army of proper Serendib Efreets. Not in the English language, but still, they are black bordered, they are mighty with this vortex, threatening and ready for the battle. So I'm really happy about that. I have a feeling that in the future it will not be easy to get these. Even though, you know, they're quite plentiful, but still. Now, Worms of the Earth, one of those interesting cards that I am planning to build around, but not sure whether I'm actually going to do that or not. Psychic Allergy. I talked about this interesting discovery in the Dark tournament. One more card from the Dark Preacher. Absolutely love it. This will be my 3rd copy. This card you also know that I do have. I actually think it is somewhat underappreciated. It's really nice, even though it's quite a lot of mana, but it can regenerate any creature. This is not something you should underestimate. The Einstein Presence of the Master, priceless. Definitely a kind of a reserved list card. I mean, the art itself is definitely something that will never ever be reprinted. We've got the Urza's reprint, and it costs much less than this one, even though it's also a nice piece of art. I have got some extra kobolds. I plan to revisit the kobolds deck, and I had only 2 of these. Now I have the playset. I also talked about this marvelous card in one of my videos, in my Singleton video, Knowledge Vault. These druids are fairly interesting. The same can be said about Nova Pentacle. If you don't have any creatures, it can be exploited in some way. This is the Black Thicket Basilisk. This card can be exploited with Word of Command. Maybe I will have a chance to tell you about my deck idea. Cockatrice with Lure, and maybe Blaze of Glory. No comment here. Eternal Flame. I do apologize for the jump cut. So Eternal Flame is a card that had recently spiked. It got more expensive. It truly is amazing just because of the art, and believe it or not, but it can be exploited in some interesting ways as well. Of course, it's just a earthquake, but not exactly. The 4th copy of the clone, and a bunch of these Fallen Empires lands. They are here just for the purpose of collection. I'm sure that I will not find any good use of these cards. I really don't like these cards that come into play tapped, and you can do some interesting stuff with them, but they're pretty much useless, let me say. We have got these in black. Slightly better, but only a tiny bit better. Oh wait, oh no, I have got more than a playset of these now. That is a shame. But, you know, again, this happens. Anyway, so these cards I like more. Not these, I'm sorry. This art I actually like a lot. This is amazing, in my opinion. I like these cards that can be sacrificed right away for 2 mana of the same color. So I am referring to... Oh, I actually thought they are the same. But no, they were drawn by the same artist. They're very, very similar to each other, but should not be confused with each other. And yeah, I wanted to say that I truly, truly like these types of cards. Probably not for the green color, because green does have great mana acceleration, but for blue, could be interesting for a control-ish deck. So simply having more mana by playing more lands, we can actually look at that. And here we have got Hymn to Torek. I finally broke and I bought the card with the art that everybody likes except for me, but now as a completionist I decided to get the 4th copy, which is with this particular art. Then we have got marvelous card, Gravity Sphere, all creatures lose flying. I decided to go along with the idea of building a deck which somehow exploits that. So when Doppelganger got it right before the spike, still was a bit pricey for a revised rare, but nothing near what we have got today. Obelisk of Undoing and the Samite Healer, very nice beta copy, I believe. Inferno is just here, but the best card is of course Marvelous Altar by Dan Fraser himself. Goblin Grenade, extra glasses, the fuse, the smoke. Just look at the smoke, how beautiful it is. Really amazing. So on that note, we're going to end, and this is going to be my last mail day in this year. Thank you for watching, and bye.